Here's Ted de Corsia in the Mickey Spillane Mystery, That Hammer Guy.
August heat overlays the city like a cellophane cover. Business is ground down to a spectacular standstill, and the bills are starting to collect in your file and in your conscience. You feel me back in your chair with your heels erasing what varnish is left on your desktop, and you're feeling about as hopeful as a habitual truant taking his end-term examination. And then the door opens, and this guy waltzes in. Mr. Hammer. He's a well-dressed guy, you figure between 55 and 60, and his hair is a distinguished gray at the temples. It doesn't figure he's a bill collector, so you yank your feet off the desk and give out with your best professional manners.
My name is Mark Judson.
Oh, what's it about?
Well, there's a matter I want handled confidentially and immediately.
Oh, I think I can squeeze you in. Sit down.
Oh, thank you. Now, the matter, it concerns...
My fee is $30 a day plus expenses. I get a deposit of $100 down. If the $100 isn't all used up, you get a rebate of what's left over.
Oh, this matter, Mr. Hammer, is not only very confidential, but also of the utmost personal importance to me. Because of this, I'm very willing to pay you more than your regular fee as an incentive.
Oh, I don't need any special incentive, and my fee is the same for everybody.
Oh?
But if you're extra satisfied with the results I get, I won't turn down a bonus. It's up to you, strictly. Okay?
Oh, fine.
Now, what's the difficulty?
Well, Mr. Hammer, it's about my wife, Laura. Now, she's many years my junior. Laura is also very, very beautiful. At one time, she was in show business. She had many admirers. Is something bothering you, Mr. Hammer?
Me? It's what's bothering you. The setup is as old as Adam and Eve. Only it's not a shiny apple between you and your wife.
Well,
Stop me if I'm wrong. Your wife not only had admirers, but she still has. You've got old-fashioned ideas about the institution of marriage, so what's been going on hasn't exactly set you to dancing in the street.
Well, there has been one man in particular. I don't know his name or who he is. I just know what he looks like. I wasn't troubled so much by the others in the past. I considered those just frivolous flirtations. You know, when a woman is used to being admired, you can well understand her seeking the attention of other men, if only for attention's sake.
But this latest excursion of hers, you don't figure it's so frivolous.
I know it isn't. I have good reason to know it.
And this very confidential matter you want me to handle is getting what they call the good.
Why?
Nothing doing.
Look here.
This old stuff isn't in my line. Find yourself another boy.
You're wrong about what I want, Mr. Hammer.
What?
I still love my wife, no matter what. Now, you may think me foolish, but that's the way it is. I can't help myself. Perhaps I don't want to. You're going to find that strange in view of what I'm going to tell you next.
Then you don't want me to tell you what?
Oh, no. I want you to keep a close watch on me.
On you?
Yes. This man I told you about. I'm sure he's planning to kill me.
So you've got yourself a client. After Mark Judson writes out the $100 retainer check, you slip it into the top drawer of your desk. There are still some items that bother you, though, and the one that looms the biggest is why he didn't go straight to the cops.
I had no direct evidence. As I told you, I don't even know his name. I only saw him once with Laura in the car, and I overheard their phone conversations on 2 occasions. I'm afraid the police would have not taken me very seriously.
Look, Mr. Judson, you get your retainer check back, and we call it quits unless we pay truth. The real reason you didn't go to the cops is what, your wife?
Yes. I didn't want to involve her.
But she wouldn't mind waltzing on your grave.
I only want time. I know that in time this latest episode will pass too.
Only you could pass on before it did.
I've got to save my marriage at any cost.
What's worth saving?
Well, don't ask for logical explanations. There are none.
Okay, it's your marriage, your wife. Another thing bothers me, too. Why would this guy want to kill you?
I can make only one assumption. Money. My wife is used to every luxury. It isn't likely that she would forego any of them for any man.
Now you figure that she and this guy have worked it out for her to have her cake and eat it, too.
Well, I don't hold Laura responsible.
You're a chump. You know that, don't you, Judson?
I only know one thing. I love Laura, no matter what.
The way he says that, you're kind of ashamed for taking that crack at him. Talk about human bondage. This is it at its best. He forces a weak smile. Of course, this is all very new to me, having myself watched. What do you suggest I do? You tell him to carry on as usual, that you'll do all the doing. And before you take off, you get a description of the guy. Best as I can remember, he was rather handsome and blonde, and, of course, young. Young. He says that as if his age was something sick and ugly. You go down to the street with him to his car. I suppose I needn't say I wish you the best of luck. You tail him in your jalopy up to his home in Scarsdale. It's a place to jack, though plenty of jack, that is. He goes up the circular hard-top driveway to the main entrance while you park alongside the cypress trees that line the estate. He's only just shutting the front door behind him when you spot the side entrance door open. Out comes a guy, a handsome guy, blonde and young. He circles back of the house. You leg it across the lawn, but by the time you get around to the rear of the house, he's gone. But the way it turns out, he isn't as gone as you think. When you come around, the first thing that hits your nostrils is the mixture of cheap incense and liquor. When your eyes are able to focus, you see you're stretched out on a couch in an unfamiliar room. The drapes and the upholstery are gaudy, clashing prints, and a pair of oversized Cupid dolls stare at you with phony innocence from the bottom of the divan. Then the two-tone platinum blonde strolls into the frame of your vision.
Morning, Mike. You're feeling better, sweetie. In case you've forgotten, my name's Mildred.
Your place?
My place.
Looks like I've got a lot of catching up to do.
You sure got yourself off the track last night.
You mean shoved off?
I don't know about that. When I picked you up, when we met in that bar last night, you were already tanked.
What bar?
Harry's over on 15th Street. Harry didn't want to serve you anymore. You wouldn't take no for an answer. Oh, Mike, you were a card.
Yeah. Punched card.
You did most of the punching, honey.
And then you took me here.
After they let you go at the 18th Precinct Station House.
Huh?
You got to be too much for Harry to handle, so he called the cops.
So I had a night of it.
I'll say. The good thing for you, I have some friends at the precinct house. Otherwise, you would have spent the night in the cooler. Don't remember anything, huh?
I remember something, all right.
A special incense I got for him. Smells pretty, huh?
Why'd you bring me here?
You were nice to me, so I was nice to you. I like the way the incense smells. I like it. It's oriental. It's in a kind of mellow mood.
I'm in a mood, all right, but there's nothing mellow about it.
Maybe a cup of coffee will fix you up. Got some on the burner.
It's going to take more than coffee.
Wait.
Yeah?
Have to leave so soon?
There's something I got to take care of.
Fine way to show your appreciation running out like this. The way with most of you guys. Things are always different the next morning.
They're different, all right, but never as different as this. Before you get your hand on the doorknob, she's in close and cool.
I'm sorry it was nasty. You'll come back. Tell me you'll come back.
You tell her you're coming back, all right, and you mean it more than she knows. You unnotch yourself from her and get out of there. Downstairs, you get to a phone booth and put in a call to Mark Judson's place.
Hello?
I want to talk to Mark Judson.
Who is this, please? What's it about?
Private business. Put him on.
Mr. Judson is dead.
What?
Mr. Judson was killed in an auto accident last night.
In just a moment, we'll return to the Mickey Spillane Mystery, That Hammer Guy. Mickey Spillane Mystery, That Hammer Guy.
You're missing a night out of your life, and Mark Judson is missing his life himself. The dame on the phone said it was an accident, but you know just how accidental it was. The first thing you do is run down the facts on file with a cop. Judson's car went over an embankment on the West Side Drive. What little was left of him was identified by his wife, Laura. The second thing you do is call on your friend Captain Pat Chambers of Homicide. You give Pat the facts you know.
So it wasn't an accident.
It was murder, and that's a fact.
His wife and this boyfriend of hers wanted the old guy out of the way. A fact?
An absolute fact.
This is all very interesting, Mike.
Look, pal, I didn't come down here to play games. Everything I told you is true.
You still didn't tell me how come you know it's true.
Judson hired me to bodyguard him. He knew something like this was in the works.
That's so?
Yes, so.
So how come Judson didn't come straight to us?
I know this is going to sound crazy. He didn't want to involve them wifey.
No, that doesn't sound crazy at all.
Are you having fun?
Look, Mike.
No, you look and listen. Judson was head over heels crazy about that dame he married. I can't explain it. Even he couldn't.
How come you know so much about it?
I told you he hired me, didn't I? I started tailing him for his own protection last night, then I was sidetracked.
Oh, yeah, I heard about the tailing you did last night.
Huh?
The boys down at the 18th Precinct filled me in. That dame you were mixed up with, Mildred Carney. Nice, refined girl.
That wasn't my way at all.
When you were dragged into the station house, you smelled like a distillery. I thought you knew when you had enough of that stuff.
I was stripped from behind.
Yeah, but the contents of a bottle of bourbon.
I tell you, Pat, the whole thing was a setup.
Some people see pink elephants. You see murders that aren't murders. Take my advice, Mike. Go home. Sleep it off.
But before you walk out, you remember that retainer check that Mark Judson gave you. You tell Pat about it.
Sure, I believe you, Mike. All you got to do is show me that check.
You have it back to your office. You're going to shove that check right down his grinning mouth. You're going to make Pat eat every sarcastic word he dropped at you. When you yank open your desk drawer, the gloat inside is warming you like a bonfire. And then the freeze sets in. The check isn't paid. You've got as much chance of having Pat believe you now as a defendant in a Moscow bridge trial. You're in it alone, and it's all up to you. You don't even have a retainer fee now, but you're out after a bigger payoff than just dough. You're going to have your first meeting with Mrs. Judson.
Please sit down, Mr. Hammond.
Laura Judson is everything her husband said she was, and then some. The tight white silk dress she wears is as appropriate as a shimmy dancer at a DAR convention.
May I offer you a drink?
No, thanks.
You don't mind if I have one?
Sure, Liquor.
The very best. You sure you won't join me?
Sure.
Who are you, Mr. Hammond?
How do you know you really want to drink to me, Mrs. Judson?
I'll take my chances. I'm a gambler.
Me, I only bet on sure things.
Your life must be quite dull,
It has its moments.
but it substantial and brightening.
And do you have some suggestions?
Maybe. I believe you said your first name was Mike. I hate formality.
This I can see, Mrs. Judson.
Lara, please. Well, Mike, to you.
Drawing your sound, Mr. Fenner.
Oh, you're referring to my late husband.
Say, you have a remarkable memory.
You sound embittered.
And you sound...
Heartless?
I guess that word will do.
We all have to go sometime.
Sometimes we get shoved before our time.
Accidents will happen.
Some accidents shouldn't happen.
That's a strange remark, Mike.
It was a strange accident.
Not according to the police. It's an everyday accident.
Maybe that's because the cops don't know all they should know.
And you?
Me, I know more than's good for you.
I'm afraid I don't know what you mean.
I'm a private investigator.
Then you came here under false pretenses. You said you were a friend of Mark.
From the way things look, I was the only friend he had.
I take it then he had employed you to spy on me.
To keep an eye on him. I flunked out on him last night, so he's dead.
I'm afraid I don't follow you.
Sure you do. And you've got a good reason to be afraid.
Of what?
There are a lot of legitimate ways of getting rid of a husband. Murder isn't one of them.
I thought I was going to like you. Now I'm sorry you ever came.
Believe me, you're going to be even sorrier, Mrs. Judson. And that goes for your blonde-haired boyfriend in spades.
Get out of here. Get out immediately.
You've got her the way you want her, boiling. You walk out knowing you've set the wheels in motion the way you want. You've left yourself wide open. Put yourself on the meat block, only you're going to be ready when the axe falls. It's 6:30 when you get back to the office. After you rig the shoulder holster and slap the Smith & Wesson special into its leather sack, you go out in the corridor and jab the elevator button. Going down. What's with Charlie? You mean the regular night man? No. They rushed him to the hospital Monday. Had his appendix taken out. I'm his relief. He You were on duty last night?
That's right.
Remember taking anybody up to my office?
You're on the 14th floor.
That's right. Room 1405.
Don't remember taking anybody up there.
Well, somebody was there.
I couldn't prove it by me.
You went up there and stopped this trick.
Huh?
I said stop it.
What's the idea?
You got the pass keys. Who'd you let into my place last
I
night?
told you, I don't remember taking anybody up there.
Okay, I'll give you my quick and easy memory course.
Let me go.
Lesson one.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
The course gets harder as they go along.
Hey.
Come on, get up to the third lesson.
Wait.
Come back, huh?
I'm not taking a beating not for $10 buck, I'm not.
You did let somebody in.
Yeah, he came in around 11 o'clock.
Who was he?
I don't know. I had never saw him before in my life.
Okay, what do you look like?
Why, he was a young guy, about 28 or 9, good looking.
Blonde?
Yeah, that's right. He had blonde hair. But that's all I know about him.
Okay, now take me down. You weren't surprised to pick up that information. You figured all along it was that blonde guy who got Mark Judson's check out of your office desk. But you do get a surprise when you walk out of the building. Your missing jalopy is parked smack in front of the entrance. But that's only the first surprise. The second one comes when you start to cross the sidewalk to your car. The first shot skips over your head. You dive to the ground. 2 more shots rip out as you crawl back to the building on your gut. When you get inside the entrance and pull yourself up, you sneak a look up and down the block. The street is now as empty as a politician's mouth. You get in your car and drive downtown to Mildred Carney's place.
Oh, sweetie, come on in. Water's fine.
She's as loaded as a prospector out for a big strike. A raft of champagne bottles are soaking in a tub of ice.
I told you, Mike, I'd always be waiting for a special guy like you have a drink. Champagne? Imported from Paris, France, see? That's a bottle. Champagne. Makes your nose tickle.
Or J37, living it up in style, huh?
Real style. Champagne. All the ladies in Paris, France drink champagne I saw in the movie.
How'd you get the dough for the stuff?
Always wanted to be a lady. Improve it now. Drink champagne. Come on, have a drink, sweetie. Make your nose tickle nice.
Who gave you the dough to buy it?
Who? Wasn't there some days we ladies to kiss ourselves?
Not this.
Oh, come on. Have a drink, you might enjoy it. Hello, nice big bottle.
You had enough.
Oh, you shouldn't have done that, Mike. All that nice tickling champagne is wasted. Imported from Paris, France, too. Now
Where is he? Where do I locate him?
What are you talking about, sweetie?
The blonde guy.
Blonde guy. I don't know any blonde guys. I don't like blonde guys. I like guys like you.
Come on. You're going to tell me who and where he is.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Not much, you don't. You were paid off to get me here. That's how come you got the dough to buy the stuff you've been swilling.
Oh, that's crazy talk. We met at Harry's bar. You were too drunk to remember.
Look, I missed by an inch having my scalp creased by a slug. I want the guy who took that pot shot at me. I know what he looks like. Now you're going to tell me where I can find him. You're going to tell me his name.
The name is Terry. As long as you're so curious, Hammer, Terry's the name.
When you wheel around, you see he's your guy, all right. The blonde character you spotted sneaking out of the side entrance of Judson's house last night.
So now that you know, you're happy?
Happy? The gun he jabbed at you makes you as happy as a bird in a snake pit.
In just a moment, we'll return to the Mickey Spillane Mystery, That Hammer Guy.
What's happening now? Radio, that's where it is. The global beat, the local news, music, sports, and news. All of the
mystery, That Hammer Guy. You were going to watch your step, but that slug you fired at you outside your office building hopped you up to the point where you let your guard down.
All right, Hammer. We're going out for some fresh air.
The fresh air he talks about is an alley down the block. An alley with a dead end.
I'm crazy to get in this deep.
How about you?
I can take care of myself.
What a chump will do for a dame.
Well, that depends on the day.
You're just one guy in a long chain. You won't be the last link either.
I'll take my chances.
Getting away with murder is a long shot.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it don't pay off big enough.
Maybe the next guy in the chain will figure the same way. Where will that leave you?
I told you I'll take my chances. Now you start taking yours.
His gun in your wrist punctuates the sentences for him.
Go ahead. Have yourself some exercise.
He laps down towards the blank wall at the end of the alley. You've got nothing to lose, so you make your bid. You kick up and out and get into the middle of the belt line. When he reflexes into a jackknife, you come down hard with the heel of your hand on the next bit. He falls like a right back. You lift the gun out of his hand, shove him with your foot, and tell him to drag himself up. All right. Don't shoot. He starts to get up, but he doesn't get past the kneeling position. You hear the slug kick into him. And you don't need a second look to see that he's never going to get up again. You can't make it out. As far as you can see, you're the only one in the alley besides him. But you never squeezed the trigger. You didn't fire that shot. You phone Pat Chambers and give him the details. You tell him where he can pick up the final pieces of the story in an hour, and then you're off and running to the Judson place.
I told you to stay away from here.
Laura Judson starts to slam the door in your face, but you shove it back and walk in.
If you don't leave immediately, I'll call the police.
You don't have to bother. I've already sent for the cops.
Just what do you want?
You, for a couple of minutes alone. I want the personal pleasure of telling you it didn't work, none of it.
I haven't the faintest idea of what you're talking about.
I'm still talking about killing your husband in that phony accident. And I'm talking about you getting rid of the only one who could put the finger on you, a guy named Terry.
Terry? I don't know anyone named Terry. This is all perfectly ridiculous. I don't know where you get your ideas from.
I got them first from a dead man. But now they're going to stand up and be counted as living ideas. When Pat gets there, you hand her over to him.
You're making a terrible mistake. You'll find out.
You find out, all right, just what a mistake it isn't when one of Pat's boys locates the murder gun in her dresser drawer. So, it's all over. Pat takes her, and you get in your coupe and start back to town. You get as far as the West Side Drive, and then you turn back. You don't know what it is, but something draws you back to the Judson place like a magnet. Call it fate, give it any name. When you left, the house was dark. Now there's a light on in one of the upstairs rooms. You park your car off the main road and walk up to the house. You move slowly through the darkened hall to the door where the crack of light filters through. Your Smith & Wesson is ready, the safety unlocked. You don't know what to expect. You turn the knob softly and then you kick the door open. However, this is the last thing you expect. Mark Judson is seated at the dresser, and he holds a photograph of his wife. A photograph he was about to rip to pieces. For a second, everything jumbles in your mind like a crazy jigsaw puzzle, and then the pieces fall into sensible shape.
What is they say about the best laid plans of mice and men?
That goes for the worst plans, too, Judson.
I imagine we're both equally surprised. Why'd you come back here? I really can't explain why I did. But I suppose that isn't important now.
Terrible mistake. Your wife was right.
But as I planned it, no one would believe her.
She was telling the truth. She didn't know that guy.
No, but she could have. He was a man, young, handsome.
You killed him in that alley.
I had to. I didn't need him any longer. Besides, I had to keep you alive.
And the body in that car crash is standing.
Yes. However, that wasn't my original plan. I was going to kill myself in that crash. Then I realized I wouldn't be able to enjoy her torment if I were really dead. If I were dead, there'd be so little satisfaction for me in her ultimate punishment for my murder.
Satisfaction.
You don't know what it is to live with a woman like that, being laughed at, being used for a fool, having every man that comes along flung in your face. I couldn't have her. I made up my mind no other man would either. I had to have some kind of satisfaction.
Well, you had it, Judson, for what it was worth. Up to now.